So I have a segment on the show. I call it the five count. It's just five random questions.
Okay.
Um, Number one, what would your last meal be?
Ooh, I think maybe like a nice steak and lobster tail. You can't go
Okay.
wrong. That's
Yeah.
fancy stuff for your last meal.
Of course. Yeah, you're going
That's
out.
yeah, and a beer.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah.
If you were a pro wrestler or MMA fighter, what would your name be?
Oh wow. I'm gonna say Baby Sly. That was
Ooh.
that was the last nickname I had that had any basis. I was doing stage combat a couple summers in a row after
Oh,
college, and
wow.
one of the guys um, would just have a nickname for
Yeah.
everyone. He would never use people's real name, and for me, it was Baby Sly. And he said that because I had like an Sly Stallone intensity,
Yeah.
but a tiny little frame. So yeah, so his name for me was Baby
I
Sly.
love it. We need to get Sly back in the world of pro wrestling, so I
Yeah,
think it'd be a
man.
good idea. What are the last three things you Googled?
Oh, how to upload font files into Canva. Uh, and then something to do with guidelines on how to file my TTB and state excise taxes.
Yep, makes
Um,
sense.
and then I don't know. Let's actually look up what
Yeah,
I was
there you
Googling. Yeah. Those are the things I was desperately Googling. Oh, the 5 tablespoons. How many cups is that?
Oh, okay. There you go.
Turns
Oh,
out it's like 0.3125 cups. So call it a third.
there you go. Yeah, just round up a little bit.
Didn't
Uh,
help. Didn't help me at all. I
didn't
can tell
help
you
at
that
all.
much. No,
Oh, well, that's
because I
unfortunate.
was looking at the wrong column in the
Oh,
recipe anyway.
definitely make sure you're looking at the right one when
Yeah.
you're doing that. Who or what inspires you?
Um, the easy answer for this conversation would be Garrett Oliver, and
Right.
I'm just going to say his name as much as possible
There you
because
go.
eventually he'll hear it,
Hopefully, yeah.
and he'll come, and I can personally thank him with a charcuterie board and a beer. On a daily basis, it's going to sound corny, but my wife, she's
It's
the
not corny at all.
hardest working
Yeah,
person that I know.
I love that.
And she found it in her heart to love me enough to move to my hometown to pursue my dream.
Yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, she's inspiring. Kitchen is the hardest thing to staff up
yeah.
in a restaurant. Like
And keep
especially,
it staffed too.
I have experience in almost every front of house position.
Mm.
Having worked in restaurants, never worked in a kitchen.
Oh, wow.
She stepped up. She has been the kitchen manager.
Right.
And we came up with the menu, but she refined everything into like recipes. How much do things weigh? Where are we getting them from? She knew some local suppliers because she owns a small coffee shop herself.
Oh, awesome.
So again, hardest working person I know.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, and yeah, she's an absolute rock star, and I couldn't do it without
There you go. I love that.
her.
And what would you tell your 17-year-old self?
um, just you know, don't continue to not care what other people think about you. I
Hmm.
don't know when I lost that,
Right.
and I've started to get it back,
There you go.
but like high school me legitimately didn't have a thought in his head about what other people were thinking. I joined the cheerleading squad. I was an
Awesome.
actor. I was doing this and that. It just there was a level of me being exactly who I was
Right.
and finding a group of people who appreciated that.
Yeah.
But at some point, self consciousness took over, and New York was hard.
Oh, I imagine.
And without that part of my brain, like continually just shutting off what other people thought about me, New
Yeah.
York was rough,
Right.
especially trying to be an actor in New
Oh, I was
York.
gonna say, trying to be an
Yeah.
actor and not care what other people think. Like, good
Yeah,
luck.
right. It
Yeah.
just, yeah, it was, but you need that to be
Yeah.
successful in a place like New York is to legitimately just be yourself,
Yep.
right? Um, And so, yeah, being an actor in New York was rough because I was constantly worried about what other people were thinking about me suddenly in my life. So I tell 17-year-old, just don't let go of that.
Yeah.
Don't care about what other people think.
Yeah.
Unless they've earned that respect from you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Like if Garrett Oliver is going to come talk to you, like you're going to care what he has to think.
Yeah. Please tell me what you think.
Yeah. Please tell me everything. I'm taking notes.
Yeah.
Well, if people want to find you guys online, follow you, obviously come visit the brewery. How can they do all the things?
We are on Instagram at Stumblebum Beer. We are www.stumblebumbeer.com. You can also find us on Facebook. And I think that's all of our socials. You can sign up for our newsletter on our website.
Yeah. Perfect. Eli, thank you so much for your time. I know you got to go open up the brewery now.
Yeah, I appreciate you, John.
Yeah. So I'm definitely going to come in the area at some point because I got to see Brandon. So I'm definitely.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So, yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, it'll be good to see you in person.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, reach out anytime.
Will do.
Thank you so much to Eli for being on the show. If you're in the Detroit or obviously the Troy, Michigan area, definitely go swing by Stumblebum Beer. Get yourself some cheese, get yourself some beer. It's an amazing time, and I can't wait to get up there. So speaking of which, and make sure to tag us on these social medias when you do go up there. It is Brewsers Pod. That is BREWSCRSPOD on the Instagram, the Threads, and the Twitter. If you want to send us an email, it is brewserspod@gmail.com. If you want to follow me directly, it is Rody John. That is RODIEJON. Rody John is the name on the Twitter and on Untappd. In case you want to find out what I'm drinking, maybe we can have a beer together. If you want to follow me on the Threads or the Instagram, it is official Rody John. So until next time, make sure to enjoy life, drink local, and cheers.